Hello guys, Survive Live. Today we have my week 1 seasonals game versus XYZ, aka Pikachu Heart, or whatever his name is. I did record this live actually. I want to record my seasonals and stuff live now, but when I recorded, I forgot I had the wrong mic on, so it didn't record any audio. So here we go, we have the replay. I decided to bring the noble team I brought versus Chaitanya because it's really fun. It features Snorlax plus fake out Lopunny, and I mean, like, you have double priority, so, and a really good defensive core and intimidate, so you're like good versus setup sweepers. It's a really good team for sure. Though I didn't do it justice when I used it in MPL, so yeah. Looking at the matchup, my Lopunny just kind of wrecks him. Like if I get rocks up, HK. Though I was looking at his team and I figured this would be like Choice Scarf Ninetales. On these more offensive builds, you usually see Scarf this, and maybe Babiri Berry or Life Orb this. I don't really know what the Jinx is. Probably Dual Hazards plus Scarf this, Life Orb this, or Z. And I don't know what this thing is. Maybe this is the Z user as well. So like, as long as I get rocks up, my P2 kind of just wins. Like, I was just trying to, basically my game plan is that keep my P2 healthy and I win the game. Snorlax can 6-0 if I give it the opportunity, but he does have this thing as well as the Cloyster, so I gotta be careful of that. Also, Cloyster can 6-0 me if I'm not careful, because I don't have a Ditto, so I need to like use my priority mons, use my P2, or don't give it free setup. None of my mons really give it free setup anyway, but as long as I don't give it free setup, I'm good to go. So let's turn off the music and let's start the game. So I'm going to lead off with my Lopunny. As I said, I do have fake out, so I can just fake out anything that he wants to lead off with. He goes out in the Ninetales. Now, I was pretty confident this was Choice Scarf, so I'm going to go out into my Chansey, as he does go right for the Moonblast. So that confirms that he's most likely Choice Scarf, as High Jump Kick would have knocked him out at that range. So I'm going to get up my rocks here as he goes on the Cloyster. I go for the S-Toss here because if I go for Toxic and I miss, I can lose. So as long as I don't give him free setup, I'm good to go. He goes for T-Spike, so I thought he wasn't actually set up. So I think here I go for Toxic. Yeah, here I risk the Toxic as I do hit. So now I can just get up my rocks as he Shell Smashes in my face. And I actually, no, here I soft boiled because he went for T-Spike, so I didn't think this was Shell Smash, but he's just like the Uber set where it's like a hazard plus smash, rapid spin, stuff like that. Actually, I don't think Ubers run smash. I think they run like dual hazard, rapid spin, and stuff like that. Actually, I'm not sure, but whatever. He's using a clutch which you don't see anyway. He goes for these Shell Smashes to go for the soft boiled. I'm gonna get up my rocks here because I know I live in Icicle Spear. It's gonna do a lot, but I do live in Icicle Spear for sure. I'm a Chansey. I got 5 defense, but like, boy is packing heat. Like, boy, dude has pecs under these blobs, under this egg. There's like a 6-pack. So this thing avoids a 2 KO from like +1 Gyarados, +1 Mega Gyarados waterfall, which is crazy. But yeah, he's going for Raptor. I'm gonna rock again because it's basically guaranteed rocks. I'll trade my Chansey for that, so I'm gonna go out to my Staraptor here. I was expecting probably an Earthquake. If he went for Icicle Crash, it wouldn't be that bad unless he was Choice Banded or a Life Orb. Goes for the Icicle Crash as I go for the U-turn, get flinched, which is whatever. I go for a Roost here because I was like, okay, maybe let's see how much this Icicle Crash is actually doing. Let's maybe try and Roost up and then see if we can get out with a good amount of HP. As then I was kind of like, oh, that's doing a little bit too much. Let me Roost a little bit more, and you can hear by my tone that he flinches me. So I was gonna actually U-turn here. This was like the turn I was U-turning. I was like, okay, I got as much HP as I think I can get out of this turn anyway, because I'm gonna throw this mon away to the Kira most likely. And yeah, like I was like, let me just get out of there and save the sack fighter. So he flinches me. I'm going to throw away Raptor here. I think here I was a misplay. I probably should have just went out into my P2. But then again, I don't want this thing endeavoring me. He might still have Endeavor. So I'm going to go out to my Lopunny here as he goes for the Ice Shard. So he just doesn't have Endeavor. And I'm going to go for the HK and knock out his Mamoswine there. He's gonna go out into his Karam. I don't know if this is Choice Scarf or not, so I'm gonna go into my Chansey and sack it. Looking back, I probably should have just went hard P2 and just recovered, but I'm not sure if Life Orb Ice Beam. I think Life Orb Ice Beam after the T-Spike would have actually beaten my P2 1v1. So I think Chansey sack is fine. And I knew he'd be double Scarf, man. I knew he'd be this bullshit. So he's double Scarf. He's Scarf Karam and Scarf Ninetales. So gonna go out into my P2 here, and he's going to Outrage. I'm just gonna recover spam. I mean, this mon just wins. I just gotta keep it healthy, and I'm good to go. I recover again here, and then I recover again because I don't want him staying in on the confusion and then 2KOing me because I attacked him that turn. So I'm gonna recover here as he goes out in the Jinx. I'm gonna go for the HP Fire as he misses a Focus Blast. Now that Focus Blast really sucks for him. I think I probably would have set up on him with my Snorlax depending on the damage, which you'll see here. I decided to save my P2 and sack Diggersby, but considering he didn't actually he didn't kill Diggersby, so I was pretty sure he was like Choice Scarf maybe, or he definitely wasn't Specs, so I can use him as setup fodder for Snorlax. So he doesn't kill my Diggersby, but I died of poison. I'm gonna bring in my Lopunny here, just go for the fake out and knock him out. And basically at this point, like, P2 kind of just wins as long as I play it smart. I'm going to sack my Lopunny here because he has everything is Scarf, like everything outspeeds me. There's no point keeping it around. I'm gonna go out to my P2 and just recover spam on the Outrage. And yeah, just gonna keep recovering, as he keeps raging over here. As he's gonna go out to Frostlass here as I'm gonna recover again. And then here I calculate HP Fire for kill. It has a small percentage of kills, so I'm gonna go for a discharge because I don't want to HP Fire and then have him Destiny Bond. So I get the power. I'm gonna go out to my Snorlax on what I was predicting me a Destiny Bond, and now I'm just gonna Fire Punch as he gives me the Frostlass. So now he's gonna go out into Karam. Now this Snorlax is EV'd to beat Specs Keldeo and Scarf Terrakion at +1. So even at neutral, I was pretty confident with taking Outrage from this. And look at this damage. Boy took 56 from a Scarf Outrage from Karam. So I'm just gonna knock him out with Facade, and Snorlax is just gonna clean because Moonblast is not gonna do anything. It can't status me because I'm poisoned already. And yeah, Snorlax is just gonna clean. So that was game 1. Here we have game 2. He decided to bring some HO normal. I decided to bring electric. I'm kind of glad that I brought Focus Ash Golem, because nowadays you see not nowadays, but you see people pairing Zeraora with or at least on more offensive teams you see, or not even on more offensive teams, people are running like Air Balloon Golem now because that can trap. That it's basically Magnezone because it can trap stuff like Ferrothorn, Celesteela. It can trap all the steals that usually give electric issues. So yeah, I'm really glad that I'm Focus Sash this game because that Focus Sash is going to be very, very crucial in checking the Linoon. Otherwise, Zeraora just kind of clicks close combat. Zapdos is basically unkillable, though he does have the Diggersby that I gotta be careful of. So let's start the game. I'm gonna lead off my Zapdos because I usually don't run this fast as Zapdos, but I think on this team I was oh, this Zapdos, oh, now I remember it, because this team is very weak to Heatran. So this Zapdos speed creeps Heatran, but it also outspeeds Smeargle. So I'm gonna Volt Switch here, so I can go directly out into my Coco on the Spore as he does go for the Stealth Rock, which was his best play. I'm gonna Volt Switch here. I was considering going for Dazzling Gleam, but to be honest, I'd be in a worse position because if I Dazzling Gleam and he goes out to Linoon, I just lose instantly. Like he goes into Diggersby, I Dazzling Gleam, he sacks his Diggersby, goes out to Linoon, Belly Drums up, and I lose the game right there. So I think it was better. Volt Switch was just better. If he wanted to stay in, I could knock out his Smeargle there. I think if I was him, I definitely want to win Diggersby every time. So I'm gonna go out to my Zapdos. I do outspeed Diggersby, and I'm gonna defog on it no matter what. Like no matter what he went out into, I was gonna defog. Because I did live a hit from this, I lived it from this thing can't touch me, And I'm gonna die to Diggersby, but then I can defog and then bring in Zeraora. So gonna defog as he goes for the belly drum with his Luna, and he shows these Figgy Berries. So this is gonna be really tough because now I gotta throw away Zapdos. I was considering saving it, but everything else was way more useful. So I'm gonna sack my Zapdos there. I'm gonna go out to my Golem. I calculate this is 130% minimum, so this is a guaranteed KO on the Lunun there, as he's going to go out to his Diggersby. I'm gonna sack my Golem here, and then it's basically a free close combat kill with Zeraora here. So I'm gonna click that close combat as he goes out to Beware. I do 47%. Now I calc this later. He's max HP, and this is like a mid roll, I think. I think it's 49 to 56 or something like that. I don't want to risk Zeraora here, because if I don't kill him here, I'm gonna lose the sack war basically, because he still has Diggersby, and I don't have anything that really deals with Diggersby besides Rotom, and I have to keep Rotom in like full to deal with that. So I'm gonna go out to my Coco here, because I was honestly throwing away Coco so that I can go out into potentially Rotom or Raichu, as he goes for his Z here. So I definitely wasn't expecting that, but we do actually live the Z, and Dazzling Gleam is just free. So he's gonna go out to his Pidgeot. Just gonna Dazzling Gleam twice, as that does knock him out. So we are choice specs, and his Ditto's gonna come out here. I'm gonna throw away my Coco here. I thought he'd go for Dazzling Gleam, but he goes for Volt Switch. So good play on his part. If I brought out Zeraora there, I just won. But yeah, gonna go for the close combat. He choked here. He should have went Beware first, because then I wouldn't be able to go Zeraora, and then I have to go into Raichu, and then I would Thunderbolt into Ditto though, but then he can potentially go out to Ditto, and potentially go out to Ditto and do things, I guess. But I'm gonna close combat as I do knock him out. So that's kind of, I guess, the roll. I guess that's when I found out that the roll was like that it was a roll, because it did so little before. So I'm gonna stay in here, because this thing doesn't kill me with close combat, and I'm gonna kill him. So I'm gonna go for the close combat, knock him out, and I don't need my Zeraora anymore. And I don't want him setting up or revealing anything, so I'm just gonna throw this away, as he doesn't even attempt to go for a quick attack. So GG to XYZ, and we're moving on to the next round. So I'll see you guys later.